whispers in the sky.
Dear family of light, today we will talk about a different way of living. And first of all, it is possible to live a different life. What is a different life? Well, it's something different than the life that is settled upon you by the system that tells you to grow up, be a good kid, study well, get a well-paid job, a career, and then marry, having children, etc. You can have a fulfilled life following these steps if your path is in one of these career, if you find the right person. But most of the time, for what I see, many people struggle a lot and they don't feel fulfilled in this path. Why they are not fulfilled? Because something is missing. It's not enough that the system gives me psychological security through money alone, and then it leaves me alone to deal with my psychological problems. So there is where yoga and spirituality comes in to help you to deal with all that, with your emotion, to deal with your spiritual path, etc. So no, the career alone and the marriage alone will not fulfill you. That's a fact. Well, look how many divorce, how many people change their job because they are not happy, or how many people are stressed out. Even the idea to waking up on Monday morning to go to job, it seems like escalating, climbing a mountain. So a different way of living implies that you learn to listen to yourself, first of all, so you get free from the opinion of other people, and also that you are more in connection with the environment around yourself. Of course, this is a bit more difficult if you are in a big city where there is no green around, but it's not impossible. You can do it, just spend more time in park, etc. But most important of all, you have to dedicate your life to something that you truly believe in. That's why there is this famous question: what is the job that you will do for free? Can you answer this question? If you can, well, that's your path. That's your richness, actually. You are very rich if you know how to answer to this question. A different way of living implies that you are more conscious about the elements, about subtle energy, about pranic energy. We think that we can get energy only through drinking water and eating food, but you can get energy taking the sun energy, or breathing the fresh air of a woods, or spend time on a beach or on the top of a mountain, whatever. That's why it's very important to spend time in nature, get in contact with nature, and maybe start to follow the nature cycles. What does that mean? Well, it's better to go to bed early, to wake up early. Probably it's better to go a bit slower. As you can see, I see the birds here around in these woods working every day. There is no Sunday here, there is no vacation. They work every day, but they are not stressed out. There is food enough for them. The system, the nature sustains them without struggle so much. But our system, like the society human system, is not built like that. It's built to imprison you in a 9-to-5 job, which is a lot of hours which you are dedicating to a job that maybe you don't even like it. And so there is the place where the struggle begins, where the suffering begins. Living in a different way implies living more naturally. So you don't need a lot of external things. You can have a more simple life, more connected with the earth. Maybe you can have a small garden or flowers that you can take care, or take care of an animal. Animal and nature are really teacher. They teach you a lot of things. I did a dedicated video to it. And so you can receive energy from nature, from the sun, from a waterfall, from a beach. And if you receive this energy, then you will eat less. And if you eat less, you will have less digestive problem, less problem in general. You will spend less money. So living differently implies to live more consciously in a way that you don't consume that much energy and you take energy constantly from the system. And so the energy balance is always positive for you. Why we feel depleted, anxious, and depressed? Because we lack energy. So it's an energy problem. The system is made so that you drain your energy, and so you have the excuse to say, okay, well, I don't have time to meditate, I don't have time, I have 3 kids, 3 jobs, and 1 divorce going on, and the car to pay. But all that, you build all that. So, well, now you don't get surprised that you don't have time. But even if you have a family and a job, a weekly job, you can still have time to live consciously. It's up to you. It's up on how you invest your free time. If you constantly sell your free time to people because you want to please their ego, then you are not in a very good position. When you start to take energy from nature, all your relationship with life, the light of life that you perceive is different. Is different because everything feels more natural, everything feels that it flows as it should be, there is less bumping, the road is paved, it's not so difficult. Yeah, there are always climb up, but there are also moments where it's downhill and everything is very easy. If you always climb up, then it's not natural. Think about that. When you go with a bicycle, is uphill sometimes and then is the downhill. But many people lives like always uphill, and this is not a healthy place to be. So my invitation today is just to take a look to your life, how you can change it in a better way, how you can become more conscious of your breathing, of your physical body, of your diet, on how you manage your energy, how you take the energy from the environment. And so society will not like that, because if you live in a conscious way, you will consume far less. And the machine of producing and spending will slow down. But our economical system is based on spending. So that is why the system itself promotes spending and promotes the idea that having more is better. I'm not promoting poorness here. It's not about that. I read the book which is called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I know that financial independence is important, financial education is important. I'm not preaching poorness at all. But even with your knowledge of finances, even with your knowledge of managing your resources, you will see that the more you are conscious about all that, and the more you are rich, because richness is not only a number written on a bank account. Richness is to feel a fullness inside, to feel that your stomach is not empty, your spirit is not empty, because what you do brings you joy and peace, brings you connection with Gaia, and that is enough, really. So this is everything for today, and I wish that you can really find your conscious way to live, a different way to live. And for now, be at peace, be at peace.
Silver whispers in the sky.